In the beginning, before the world knew the name that would echo through the ages, there was a young man standing on the corner of a street in Louisville, Kentucky, uncertain about his path, unsure of his future. He was just like any other person, trying to figure out where he fit, what his purpose was. But within him, something stirred, something greater than the circumstances, something far more significant than the limitations the world might have tried to place on him. It all begins with a simple question: who are you? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see the person the world tells you to be, or do you see the person you are meant to become? We all have a choice. We all have the power to choose the identity we want to carry, to shape the destiny we desire. The question is, do you have the courage to step into it? That young man who was molded to have a career all around money from when he was young to now, he's telling us that he wanted to make it to the NBA when he was 15. He had desire to do that. The expectations of family, friends, society, and even strangers often try to carve our identity out of what others want us to be. It's easy to follow the path that's already laid out for you, the path that doesn't require any extra effort, the path that doesn't ask you to challenge your own limitations. But here's the truth: that path will never lead you to greatness. It will never take you to the place where your true potential lies. Transformation of identity comes when you stop listening to the world's limitations and start hearing the calling from within. The journey begins with self-awareness. It begins with taking an honest look at yourself and seeing the potential that's buried deep within. It begins with understanding that the life you've been given isn't just a series of events to pass through, but an opportunity to define yourself. When the young man from Louisville, the one who started out uncertain, first laced up those boxing gloves, he was told he wasn't big enough. He wasn't strong enough, that he didn't have what it took. People doubted him. People questioned whether he could ever make it. But what they didn't understand was that the young man wasn't just training his body, he was training his mind. He was conditioning his heart, and he was transforming the way he saw himself. You see, transformation doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen because you wish it to. Transformation requires something deeper. It requires a decision to step into your greatness, to leave behind the person you once were and embrace the person you are destined to become. It requires belief in your worth, belief in your capacity, belief in the greatness that resides within you. But belief alone is not enough. It's one thing to say you believe, it's another thing entirely to live that belief. Transformation happens when you choose to act on the belief you've nurtured. It's in those moments when the odds are stacked against you, when the world tells you to quit, when the whispers of doubt fill your mind. It's in those moments when you find out what you're truly made of. There's a moment in everyone's life when they have to make a choice. Am I going to accept the version of myself that others expect, or am I going to create the version of myself that I know I can be? That's where the transformation begins. It begins with the willingness to discard the doubts, the fears, the limits that others have placed on you. It begins with saying, I am not the sum of what others think of me. I am the sum of what I believe I can achieve. The man from Louisville began to understand that his identity was not shaped by the circumstances around him, but by the force within him. It wasn't just about winning matches or becoming a champion. It was about changing the way people saw themselves. It was about showing the world that no matter where you come from, no matter what people think of you, you can rise, you can fight, you can become who you were meant to be. This transformation is not limited to athletes, to celebrities, or to the famous. It is the same for each and every one of us. The power to transform lies within. It is not a matter of external validation or approval. It is a matter of internal conviction. When you decide that you will not be limited by your past, by your failures, or by the opinions of others, that is when true transformation occurs. The man who once stood uncertain on that street corner in Louisville became a force to be reckoned with, not because of his fists, but because of his mind, his spirit, and his heart. He didn't just transform his body, he transformed his identity. And in doing so, he transformed the world around him. when you decide to make the shift, when you decide to embrace the power of who you are, you too can change everything. Life is not a smooth path. It's a road full of bumps, twists, and turns. It's a battle. It's a series of tests, each one trying to break you, to pull you off your course, to make you question your strength. But in every challenge, there is an opportunity. In every moment of adversity, there is a chance to rise, to fight, and to come out stronger than you ever imagined. Adversity is something that everyone faces, but not everyone understands how to use it. We all have moments where life seems to be stacked against us, where it feels like the weight of the world is on our shoulders. Whether it's personal loss, financial hardship, physical injury, or the sting of failure, adversity is inevitable. The question is, how do you respond? The true test of a person's character is not found in their moments of ease or success. It's found in their ability to face adversity head on and come through it with their head held high. It's found in their ability to look at the toughest of circumstances, stare them down and say, "You will not break me." When you step into the ring of life, the punches are coming. They're coming fast and they're coming hard. You may stumble, you may fall, you may find yourself knocked down on the canvas, gasping for breath, but you have a choice in that moment. Do you stay down? Or do you rise again? It's easy to be motivated when everything is going right, when the sun is shining and the winds are at your back. It feels like success is inevitable. But true greatness is built in the moments when the sun is hidden behind clouds, when the storm is raging, when nothing seems to be going your way. It's in these moments that you are tested by how you respond to it. Everyone's journey is filled with struggles. Think of the greats who have made their mark on this world. They didn't get there by avoiding pain or hardship. They got there by going through it. They got there by looking adversity in the face and saying, "I will not let you define me. I will use you to become the best version of myself." But it's not just about rising once. It's about rising again and again each time you get knocked down. In life, you will face obstacles, and sometimes those obstacles will seem insurmountable. But there is a singer who said, "No sound is lost to me." There will be moments when you feel like giving up. There will be moments when you want to walk away from the fight because the cost of victory seems too high. But the secret to greatness is not in how many times you win, it's in how many times you get back up after you've lost. Adversity builds resilience. It forces you to grow. When things are easy, you don't learn much about yourself. But when things are hard, when you are pushed to your limits, you discover strengths you didn't know you had. You learn to dig deep and find courage in places you never thought to look. You learn that every time you stand back up after being knocked down, you are stronger than you were before. Facing adversity also requires the ability to stay focused on your goal, no matter what distractions or setbacks may come your way. It requires patience, persistence, and above all, belief in the end result. No matter how many times you stumble, how many setbacks you face, you keep your eyes on the prize. You remember why you started. You remember what's waiting for you on the other side of the struggle. But it's not just about fighting for the sake of fighting. The struggles we face are not always just about physical challenges or external circumstances. Sometimes the toughest battles are the ones that happen inside of us. It's the fight against fear, doubt, and insecurity. It's the battle to stay confident, to trust ourselves, and to keep moving forward when everything in us says to quit. You are stronger than you think. The battles you face, the adversity you endure, they do not define your worth. What defines you is your ability to keep moving forward. Every time you face adversity, you have the chance to redefine yourself. You have the chance to show the world, and more importantly yourself, that nothing can hold you down. Nothing can break you. The more you face adversity, the more you will come to understand this truth. You are capable of overcoming far more than you ever thought possible. The strength you possess is greater than any challenge you will ever face. But it all starts with your decision to rise when you fall. It all starts with your refusal to let adversity determine your fate. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, to become better, stronger, and more resilient. Embrace it, welcome it. Let adversity be the fire that forges you into the person you were always meant to be. Belief is the bedrock of all success. Without belief in yourself, nothing you do can ever truly reach its potential. It doesn't matter how much talent you have, how much effort you put in, or how many opportunities you are given. If you don't believe in yourself, you'll always be limited by your own doubt. The power to achieve greatness begins in your mind, and it begins with a simple yet profound decision to believe. Self-belief is not just a motivational phrase or a fleeting idea. It is a force that shapes your reality. It is the confidence to step into the unknown, the strength to face adversity head on, and the courage to rise each time you fall. Self-belief is what gives you the power to silence the voices of doubt, whether they come from within or from the world around you. It is the quiet yet unshakable knowing that you have the ability to accomplish what you set your mind to. The world will always try to tell you who you are, what you can do, and what your limits are. People will judge you, criticize you, and sometimes even try to make you feel smaller than you are. But your belief in yourself is the armor that shields you from all of this. It doesn't matter how many times the world tries to knock you down. If you believe in your ability to rise again, then you are already halfway to success. When you believe in yourself, you stop being a passive participant in your own life. You stop waiting for others to validate your work. You stop seeking approval from those who don't see your potential. Instead, you begin to define yourself on your terms. You begin to trust your instincts to make decisions based on what you know you are capable of, not what others think you are capable of. Belief in yourself doesn't mean that you won't encounter challenges or setbacks. It doesn't mean that everything will be easy or that there won't be moments when you feel unsure or unprepared. What it means is that when those challenges come, and they will come, you will have the internal fortitude to keep going. You will have the resilience to rise above those moments and push through the discomfort. Self-belief is what propels you forward when the path gets tough. It's what keeps you putting one foot in front of the other, even when the world seems to be telling you to stop. It's the knowledge that no matter what happens, you have the strength to endure. You have the willpower to keep moving, to keep fighting, and to keep believing that the future is still yours for the taking. The foundation of self-belief is not built on arrogance or vanity. It's not about thinking that you are better than others or that you are invincible. It's about having a deep, unwavering confidence in your own potential. It's knowing that even in the face of failure, you are still worthy of success. It's knowing that your worth is not determined by the outcome, but by the courage you show in the pursuit of your dreams. It's easy to believe in yourself when everything is going right, but true belief in yourself is tested in moments of struggle, uncertainty, and doubt. It's tested when you've given your all and things still don't go your way. But these are the moments that define you. These are the moments when your belief becomes not just a thought, but a feeling. These are the moments that turn belief into action. Believing in yourself is not a one-time decision. It is something you must choose every day. It's something you have to nurture, something you have to protect from negativity, fear, and doubt. You must feed your belief with the reminders of your past achievements, your strengths, and the dreams you have for the future. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who encourage you, who believe in you as much as you believe in yourself. But belief is not just about positive thinking. It is backed by action. When you believe in yourself, you take risks. You make moves that are aligned with your vision. You are not afraid to fail because you know that each failure is a lesson, not a setback. You learn, adapt, and keep going. You keep believing because you know that every step, every challenge, and every triumph is part of the journey to your ultimate success. Believing in yourself means never allowing the opinion of others to overshadow your own belief in your potential. People may doubt you, they may tell you that you're not enough, that you can't make it, but your belief in yourself must be stronger than all the external noise. When the world says no, you say yes. When the world says it's impossible, you say, watch me. Belief in yourself is not about perfection. It's about knowing that you are worthy of your dreams, even if you haven't yet reached them. It's about trusting that you have the power to overcome whatever comes your way. It's about knowing that no matter how long it takes, no matter how many obstacles you face, your belief will carry you through. And with that belief, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Discipline and hard work are the cornerstones of every success story. Without them, talent alone will not carry you to the heights you seek. It's not enough to dream about success, to wish for it, or to hope it will somehow find its way to you. The true path to greatness is forged through relentless effort, unwavering discipline, and the kind of hard work that transforms ordinary into extraordinary. Discipline is the ability to stay committed to your goals, even when the motivation fades and the desire to quit seems overwhelming. It's the strength to wake up every day and do the work whether you feel like it or not. It's about building a habit, a routine that drives you towards your dreams, step by step, day by day. Discipline isn't easy. It requires a level of focus and sacrifice that many are unwilling to make. It demands that you rise above the distractions, the comfort of procrastination, and the temptation to take shortcuts. Hard work is the engine that powers your dreams. It's the effort you put in when no one is watching, when no applause is waiting, and when the outcome seems uncertain. It's waking up at 5 a.m. to put in the extra hours, staying late to perfect your craft, and pushing through the exhaustion when your body wants to give up. Hard work is the grind, the sweat, and the persistence that separates the mediocre from the exceptional. It's the willingness to keep going when everyone else around you has given up. The truth is, nothing worth achieving comes without effort. If you're waiting for the easy path, for success to come without struggle, you're going to be waiting for a long time. But if you're willing to put in the work, to embrace the process, to trust in the power of consistency, then you're on the path to greatness. Every single successful person you look up to has made sacrifices, has put in the hours, and has endured the long road of discipline and hard work. It doesn't matter what your dream is, how big or small it may seem. Discipline is the key that unlocks the door to achievement. Whether you're an athlete, a student, a business owner, or an artist, the principles remain the same. You can have the talent, the resources, and the potential, but without discipline and hard work, all of that is wasted. Discipline helps you stay focused on the task at hand, even when the journey gets tough. It's the foundation that keeps you moving forward, even when the results don't come right away. Hard work is not just about putting in hours, it's about putting in quality hours. It's about striving for excellence in everything you do, whether it's training for a competition, writing a novel, learning a new skill, or building a business. Hard work means doing the little things right over and over again with precision and commitment. It's about always seeking to improve, to get better, to perfect your craft. The best do not settle for mediocrity. They push themselves beyond their limits. They constantly strive for more, and they never stop learning. Discipline also involves saying no to distractions, to temptations, and to those things that pull you away from your goals. The ability to stay focused on your mission, to block out the noise of the world around you, is one of the most powerful forms of discipline. It's the ability to understand that your time is precious, that every moment counts, and that every decision you make either brings you closer to your goal or takes you farther away from it. Discipline means making the hard choices day in and day out that keep you on the path to success. But discipline and hard work are not just about what you do in the physical sense. They also apply to your mind. Mental discipline is just as crucial as physical discipline. It's about training your mind to stay positive, to push through the doubts and fears that arise along the way. It's about developing resilience, about staying calm under pressure, and about believing that the effort you put in today will pay off tomorrow. Mental discipline means staying focused, not just on the task at hand, but on the bigger picture. It's about cultivating the mindset of success, where you understand that setbacks are not failures, but lessons on the road to your goal. Consistency is a major component of both discipline and hard work. It's not enough to work hard for a week or a month and expect immediate results. Real success is built over time. It's about showing up day after day, consistently doing the work, even when it seems like nothing is changing. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is often the ability to keep going, to stay committed, and to keep putting in the effort, even when the rewards seem far off. In the end, success is not about shortcuts. It's about commitment to the process, embracing the grind, and trusting that every bit of hard work will eventually pay off. Discipline gives you the focus to stay on track, and hard work gives you the strength to keep going. With both, you have the foundation to turn your dreams into reality, one step at a time. The road will be long, the challenges will be many, but if you are committed to the process, there is no limit to what you can achieve. A legacy is not built by simply accumulating wealth, fame, or accolades. True legacy is defined by the impact you leave on the lives of others, by the influence you have on the world around you. It's not about what you can achieve for yourself or what you can inspire in others. A lasting legacy is one that continues to shape, motivate, and inspire long after you are gone. The most powerful legacies are those that transcend time, that live on in the hearts and minds of people for generations to come. It's not enough to simply be remembered for your accomplishments. The real question is, how have you changed the world? What have you done to leave a mark that will continue to inspire, to drive, and to elevate those who come after you? A true legacy is rooted in the values you stand for and the example you set. It's about living a life of purpose, a life dedicated to something greater than yourself. Whether you realize it or not, every action you take, every decision you make ripples outward, affecting the people around you and eventually the world at large. What kind of influence do you want to have on the world? How do you want to be remembered, not for your fame or your wealth, but for the way you change the lives of others? The power of legacy begins with the impact you have on the people closest to you, your family, your friends, your colleagues. These are the first lives you touch, the first hearts you influence. How you treat them, how you encourage them, how you lead by example will create a lasting impression that extends far beyond your immediate circle. Every person you meet has the potential to carry your influence forward, to share the lessons you taught, and to live out the values you embody. The ripple effect of your actions, both big and small, creates a legacy that can spread through generations. But a true legacy is not always about grand gestures. It's often about the small, everyday acts that add up over time. The kindness you show, the encouragement you offer, the way you uplift others when they are down, these seemingly small moments have the power to change lives in profound ways. When you make it a point to lift others up, to teach them how to stand on their own, to inspire them to reach higher, you're creating a legacy that continues to grow long after the initial moment has passed. Impact is not limited to the people who directly interact with you. A legacy of impact stretches across communities, across nations, and across time. It's about influencing people you may never even meet, people who hear your message or feel your inspiration from a distance. Your ideas, your work, your story, these things have the potential to change the course of history. Think about the individuals in history whose legacies continue to inspire us today. Their actions, their words, their beliefs left a lasting imprint on society, one that has reverberated for generations. Their influence didn't end with their lives. It lives on in the movements they sparked, the changes they made, in the lives they touch. What often separates those who leave a lasting legacy from those who do not is their commitment to something larger than themselves. It's the ability to see beyond immediate rewards, beyond personal gain, and focus on creating a better world for others. True greatness is found in those who dedicate their lives to causes greater than themselves, whether it's through advocating for change, fighting for justice, or dedicating themselves to service. The mark you leave on the world should be one that moves others to action, that encourages them to dream bigger, to reach higher, and to make their own mark. Legacy is also about the lessons you leave behind. It's about the wisdom you pass on, the principles you instill in others. The impact you have on someone's life is not just a matter of inspiring them to do something, it's about teaching them how to think, how to overcome adversity, and how to live with integrity. The wisdom you share today will shape the leaders, the creators, the thinkers, and the dreamers of tomorrow. It's not just about what you do, but how you show others how to do it. In a world that often prioritizes short-term achievements and instant gratification, creating a legacy of impact requires patience, perseverance, and vision. It requires a willingness to stay true to your values, to make choices that reflect the impact you want to have, and to dedicate yourself to something greater than yourself. It's about focusing not just on personal success, but on the success and growth of those around you. As you move through life, ask yourself, what kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? Do you want to be remembered for your accomplishments, your wealth, or your influence? Or do you want to be remembered for how you touched others, for how you changed the world, for how you made people believe in themselves and their own potential? The choice is yours. A legacy of impact is one that transcends time, one that continues to inspire, uplift, and drive future generations. It's not about leaving behind riches or fame, but about leaving behind a world that is better for your having been in it. True legacy is built not in the moments of glory, but in the everyday choices, the quiet sacrifices, and the steadfast dedication to making the world a better place. Your legacy lives on in the impact you have, in the hearts you touch, and in the lives you change.